All right, wanted to come on here. Like you can see Pri over there. Pri, say hi. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen plenty of her. But yeah, wanted to come on here and talk a little bit about how we enable ambitious men like you to create rapid change in their life, to really actually just create change in their life, successfully create change. Because a lot of people, they strive for change, and after a week or so of them like putting in all this time and energy, they don't get the change. They get left feeling hopeless, drained, and stuck. Happens again time and time, and you've probably experienced this yourself with your last New Year's resolution. Let me guess, you told yourself you're going to eat healthy, work out consistently, or be productive consistently. And it went fantastic for a few days, right? But then, let me guess, one day you got tired, so you told yourself, well, today, I've been really good the past few days. I deserve a break. I'm going to take just this one day off. But then that one day, it turned into another day and another, until you found yourself back in your old patterns and ruts of procrastination, not doing the things you told yourself you'd do, and being left with a ton of self-doubt. Now, the way in which we really get people to create this success and this change in their actions, behaviors, and thus life is, first of all, we acquire the mind of a conqueror. Now, what that really entails is programming your subconscious mind to take action. Now, your subconscious mind controls 90 to 95% of the decisions you make in your entire day. And a perfect example of this is, have you ever had one of those times where you're driving home after work, you're on your way home, and then you zone out for like 10 minutes, then you zone back in, and you're already at your destination? You're like, how the heck did I get here? You're confused. You weren't consciously driving. Well, your subconscious mind got you there through your habits, because that's how the subconscious mind operates. It thinks every habit you have is a survival mechanism. And that's why habits are so hard to break, actually, is because your brain literally sees this as a survival mechanism. It gives us this false sense of safety, which we would have used as hunters, gatherers, if maybe we went one route in the forest or something to go get water and we survived, didn't see any bears or anything like that. We're like, okay, well, that seems pretty safe. Let's go this path every single time. It gives us a false sense of safety, essentially. But anyways, it's a survival mechanism, hard to break. And that's why what we do in the new era of health is we first have you acquire the mind of a conqueror. We form foundational habits that enable to change. Now, the way in which we do this, or one of the foundational habits that you need to form, is sticking to your word. This one habit will literally boost your productivity by 300%. It's how top performers around the globe operate. People like Elon Musk and David Goggins. Literally, David Goggins says whenever he gets an idea in his head that he shouldn't do, or that he doesn't want to do something, he goes and does it. And he's formed a habit of that. So whenever things become difficult for him and he doesn't want to do something, he's in the habit of doing it. And so he goes and does that action. Well, if you form the habit of sticking to your word, just imagine what your life could look like. You know what? What would your body look like right now if you kept your word to work out from last year? How much better would you feel if you kept your word from last New Year's to eat healthy consistently? And how much better would your body look because of that too? And how much better would your life look if every single day you were productive like you said you were going to do? So it's really this foundational habit of sticking to your word that creates change. Now, obviously, sounds good in theory. You're like, okay, well, I've known this, Adam. I've always wish I could stick to my word, but clearly that's the issue. So how do you form that habit? Now, what you really need to do, there's no way around it. To form a habit, it has to be enforced action. It's literally just repetition until a habit's formed. And the cool thing is, like, every single time you take an action, you're strengthening a habit. Now, you can choose to strengthen a productive habit or a bad habit. So let's say, for example, you tell yourself you're going to work out. Now, every time you're working out, you're strengthening the habit of working out. But if you don't work out, then you're strengthening a habit that's leading your life downwards. But the cool thing is, once you continually do that, it gets easier. Every single day, it gets a little bit easier. And eventually after 30 days, if you do it consistently, then you're going to realize it becomes literally like it's easier for you to do it rather than not to do it. Because humans, we operate through habits. That's why you drive the same route to work every single day. You have the same morning routine to get ready for work. You have the same night routine before bed. We have habits. Again, that's how humans operate. It's programmed into us, into our subconscious mind. And so it's really enforced action to get that habit. But what you have to do is you have to commit. That's ultimately what it comes down to, is committing and doing that enforced action until a habit is formed. Now, in order to commit, you usually need a little shift in your beliefs and the way you perceive the events and the consequences, right? For example, one thing I always ask people is like, for example, you're watching this video because something's bothering you, right? Like, you wouldn't be watching this video if you had the life you want. I know that for a fact because this video is to help you get the life you want. Well, if you don't commit to forming the right habits, how are you going to feel in 3 months from now? If you already are having negative thoughts and self-doubt, you're questioning if you're good enough in life, and that's destroying your happiness, Instead of going throughout your day being in a fun-loving attitude, you're in your head the whole time. You're doubting yourself. You have negative thoughts plaguing you. Well, if those are already bothering you, then how are you going to feel in 3 months from now, 6 months from now, 9 months from now? The number one regret people have as they get older is that they didn't take action to get what they wanted in life. And imagine being 80 years old or 90 and being on your deathbed and you realized you let your life pass you by. And the worst thing is you can't go back in time and change it. No, you have to live with the consequences of your action. That's what I call torture. And so you have to decide right now if you do want to commit or if you want to stay stagnant in life. Let your life pass you by. Live a life full of regret. Now, if you are ready to commit, then what I want you to do is I want you to download my brand new book. It's going to tell you how to acquire the mind of a conqueror, how to start, first of all, changing your beliefs so that you know that you want to commit. And then second of all, how to properly commit. And not only that, once you download this book, I'm going to let you in on an upcoming challenge so that you can implement this powerful knowledge to your life. It's going to give you a 7-day plan. You're going to join us for 7 days. That's it. And every single day you're going to have a task. You're going to do that task. You're going to be a part of our community. We're getting people past all their mental barriers. We're having them commit. We're helping them form the foundational habits, and we're taking control of their life. So if that sounds like something that you want, and you want to be a part of our community of conquerors, our empire of conquerors who take what they want in life, start now by committing and downloading my brand new book. It's completely free. There's no strings attached. I'm literally giving you this book for free, giving you all the information you need and helping you implement it. So go ahead, download that book right now, and I'll see you inside.